But I'll finish my shower. Here's bro science. I will finish my shower with ice cold water. That's how I'll finish my shower. I will shower and do soap and shampoo and everything with the hot water. And then when I'm done and rinsed off with everything and I'm ready to go, I turn it all the way down to ice cold, and I'll stand there in it for like a minute to 2 minutes and just embrace it. It's like my version of doing a cold plunge. That
has a lot of benefits. I used to do that too. I used to only take cold showers. However, I stopped it recently because I discovered that the sudden cold temperature has anti-inflammatory properties. Dan, why is that bad? Well, it's bad if you do it right after you work out. Because when you work out, you're activating inflammatory processes in your muscle fibers that actually create hypertrophy. And if you hinder that inflammatory process with an anti-inflammatory sudden cold that has that property, you can be hindering your gains.
I do have a theory. I do have a theory on the cold plunge stuff, and I don't think it's something that people should be abusing, because I think there's people that do it every day. There is, like we've said before, there is such a thing as too much of a good thing. And I think the cold plunge is what we're going to find out, because doing cold plunge, it's such a new phenomenon. People have been doing it for like a few years, maybe let's say like 5 years max. It's gotten like really mainstream, especially in the past 2 years. In the past 2 years,
I remember first hearing about
very mainstream.
Yeah,
that a lot of people are doing it. These bodybuilders and fitness influencers and people are doing the cold plunge, and it's like every day I go in the cold plunge and I do it for 2 minutes in a cold plunge. What you're doing in a cold plunge is your body is now in fight or flight mode, and your adrenaline goes through the fucking roof because your body's like, I'm dying right now.
Cortisol, yeah.
So I think it's making you age faster. That's my kind of like your stress levels, man. When your adrenaline goes that high and you're in fight or flight, your body is stressing that adrenaline. You are stressed the fuck out because you're in like it's not just an internal thing where it's like your adrenaline's going up. It's like you see people in it, they're like, in the cold plunge, like you are stressed the fuck out in that cold plunge
every single day.
Like, and you're doing that every day. Like you are stressing a lot of your adrenal glands in there. I think that people are aging appearance-wise at a rapid rate doing that cold plunge stuff.
Yeah, I think you definitely have a point there. I would add to that point the time that you do that, because your body, I have been listening to a lot of Andrew Huberman stuff. Have you ever heard of him?
He's the Cold Plunge God, right?
No, not really. He talks a little about it, but he's like
who's the Cold Plunge God? He looks old. He's got like stringy, long, white hair.
No, it's not him. It's not Andrew Huberman.
I'm gonna look him up real quick.
Andrew Huberman's more the sleep guy. He talks a lot about sleep.
Okay, yeah.
About circadian rhythm.
Yes,
and
he's a good dude. I like his stuff.
As the circadian rhythm. The circadian rhythm is the rhythm between like your stress levels, your cortisol, and the at the end of the day, the other hormones that are produced in your organism that help you relax. There's more like, hey, melatonin, serotonin, stuff that helps you relax and decompress and sleep better. So,
Wim Hof is the guy.
Oh, I know Wim Hof.
Wim Hof is the cold plunge dude.
That guy, like he traverses like frozen lakes under the ice.
Wim Hof.
Yeah, that guy's an alien.
He's 65 years old, but he looks like he's 80.
That guy's an alien.
But like he doesn't look healthy though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
But here's
the thing.
Jen Saska, Wim Hof. There you go. Swears by the cold. But he's 65 and he looks like he's fucking 80. Like that's what I'm saying. Like the cold plunge all the time can't be good for you.
Yeah, at those levels, because there's cold and cold, right? Yeah. So what I was talking about the circadian rhythm, there is a time of the day that you're supposed to be stressed, that you're supposed to have high levels of cortisol, because the cortisol gets your organism in a fight and flight mode, as you said. And you're supposed to feel like that, especially in the morning near the sunrise. And if you're taking cold plunges, cold showers at the end of the day, when your cortisol levels are supposed to be going down, and your serotonin and melatonin and those other hormones that help you relax are supposed to be going up, if you suddenly take a cold shower and inundate your organism with cortisol in a time when you're supposed to be relaxing, then you start to feel like shit. Then you start and there's correlation about poor aging, like you're not only aging in your appearance on your face, but aging like developing cancerous cells, because cancerous cells develop more when you age. So when you poorly age, you have all those kinds of issues that you can trigger by raising your cortisol at the wrong times, and also by not raising your cortisol levels at the right times, when you're supposed to feel a little bit on the edge. You're supposed to feel a little bit on that fight and flight mode in order to operate normally as a human being, as we've been operating for hundreds of thousands of years, and we've been evolving to behave like that. Suddenly the modern societies and our modern lifestyles rips that off from us. We're not feeling enough stress anymore because we're not seeing sunlight. We're not hearing. We're not hunting people's
lions
voices
and fighting bears and going hunting.
Exactly, and I mentioned sunlight. It's also a big piece of the puzzle here on your circadian rhythm, because if you stay at home, that's why I hate doing live streams late at night. I make a point. Sometimes Jeremy invites to stream with you guys, but it's too late at night, and I have to say no, because when we're streaming, you guys at home can't see it, but we have all sorts of lights aiming directly in our eyes right now, and late at night, that is an extremely unusual situation for a human to deal with. That time, late at night, to have that amount of blue light coming into your eyeballs. So regulating the times where you see light, make a point as soon as you wake up, 30 minutes after you wake up, go outside. If you live in an apartment, open the windows, maybe go to a balcony, take your coffee outside and just hang out outside for maybe 5 minutes, and for God's sakes, don't stare at the sun, but look in the general direction of the sun. You see that will improve your energy throughout the day. If you do that before working out, that will improve your humor after working out, and that will make you sleep earlier as well. Another thing, the opposite thing now, at night, turn off your lights, turn down maybe use a lamp. We still need to see if we're working or doing stuff, but you use maybe just a lamp. Use the lowest amount of lights. Use a night light, the lowest amount of light possible. And you see that will make a huge difference in your night of sleep, the quality of your sleep at night, and as a consequence, that will improve your workouts, that will improve your mental health. Just, you can tell that I'm excited talking about this. It's just stuff
that's bro science.
It's bro science that's been changing my life. Hey, with Andrew Huberman, it's actual science.
Yeah.
But with us, it's bro science.
Yeah.